Hey, y'all, this is Michael here. On today's show, we are talking about what are you willing to put down for your husband or your wife in regards to have a successful relationship. Let's talk about it.
Work it out, fuse marriages.
Thank you for tuning in. We are Tristin and Michael, and you are listening to Fuse, transparent conversations for marriage, family, and relationships. We invite you to join us as we discuss topics that are thought about but not talked about. So tell your friends and family to check us out. And as always, check us out on our socials as well.
What is going on with you? You know what? You're looking very nice today.
Thank you.
As always, you know what I mean? Just you got nice little things you put together and how you look and what you do, and your vibe is just, I said this before she even came on camera. I was like, man, you looking like, I said $1 million. Then I said, hold on. You look like $50 million. Yeah, not $50.
Thank you for that.
Not 50.
Well, you look good too, sir. Oh, it's good to be here. It's good to have you all here.
Yes, it is.
And we're really jumping into our topics. I think are evolving with us and the different things that we're discussing. So we always want to hear from you. So if you have feedback, if you have experience in certain areas, please let us know. Comment. As always, you can always send those over to us because we want to read them. We want to know, making sure that our content is ministering and meeting you where you are. So
that's right.
To you.
All right. Okay. Today we have an interesting topic. And the title of the show is When It Comes to You. Mm-hmm. And we were just having a discussion. We always hear the term pride, have a lot of pride in your work, have some pride about yourself. Mm-hmm. And it seems like, it can be confusing, right? Because it has two different definitions. Would you agree with that?
Okay. Yeah.
One definition is like, you kind of stand up for something, you're trying to feeling good about yourself. Mm-hmm. And there's the other side of it is like, you may be feeling too much of yourself.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I wonder, is it possible, right, just to have like, a misunderstanding of really what pride really, really is?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You think so?
The way you asked me.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see what your thoughts are on it.
Yeah, I think it's feasible to have two different perspectives on what pride is.
Okay.
But you don't think so?
No. Absolutely. I think personally, I don't think the word should be used in a positive way. Okay. Because I think just for me, how I operate, it just has such a negative tone on the other side of it. Yeah. That if you use it in a positive way, I can see you easily using it, like just kind of ignoring the negative side of it. Okay. Okay. With that being said, you feeling me all right?
Mm-hmm. I can picking up what you're putting down.
You picking up what I'm putting down? Okay. So here's the thing here. So I have a definition of what pride is. We typically use it in the first person. Let me just read the definition what I have here. Mm-hmm. I have reasonable self-esteem, positive thing, nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. Confidence and satisfaction in oneself, association, achievement, or possession that is seen as a source of honor and respect. Is it possible that we've been deceived on what the other side of what pride looks like? And I'm saying deceived, is it like almost ignoring it? Mm-hmm. Agreeing?
Okay.
I'm just making sure you're tracking with me.
Yeah.
All right. It's like, hey, say, you know what? So before we get into the discussion, I have a short track, and I know you've heard it. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but there's a part in this song that I think is going to set up the discussion. Okay. All right. Let's just check it out. Let's check it out. Here we go.
I won't waste my time when it comes to you. Put my pride aside, give it all to you. Put my pride aside, nah. Girl, I won't waste no time.
That's all you get. 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 Mm-hmm. So part of the song says, I put my pride aside when it comes to you. Mm-hmm. Now, what does that mean? Do you have ideas what you think it means?
I don't know.
It's just a song, right? We trying to interpret, right? Because he says in the song, which I think is a very, very powerful line. Mm-hmm. I'll put my pride aside when it comes to you. Mm-hmm. like, I don't know if people in relationships really fully understand what that means. I'm just trying to get your initial thoughts. We got some things we're going to talk about on it, though.
Okay. Yeah, I think that what it means is they're going to put aside, kind of this posture when it comes to that relationship, kind of posturing or positioning themselves in a certain way that may damage the relationship.
Okay. I can go with that. So I think we have 6 things.
Okay.
6 ways that we can practically apply this.
Okay.
All right.
Ready.
And I'll start with the first one, and then you can kind of give me your thoughts on what you think it means, and we'll kind of go back and forth on that. All right. All right. The first one. When it comes to you, can I be wrong? So that's a question, but we're talking about putting something aside, your pride aside. Part of being a pride is can I be wrong when it comes to you? What's your thoughts?
Yes. I think that's yes. You should be able to. I think that these are like really kind of loaded concepts. So when we're talking about the title of the show, when it comes to you, we're talking about what are you willing to put aside to have a successful relationship. So it may be pride. It may be what was the one you just said?
Can I be wrong? It
may be like the need to be right about everything. I know even prior to our relationship, I've been in relationships where they were never wrong about anything. And maybe y'all have experienced that, but it destroys the relationship because you're always wrong, no matter if you're right. And you have a saying, it says you can be right and wrong at the same time. And so I think that it's important that we recognize, hey, I could misinterpret. I could fail that test and need to say, I messed up. Right. That was on me. My bad. And truly, like, what do I need to do to fix it? Because then it goes beyond that. It goes beyond just that I'm wrong. It's I'm wrong. Now, how do I repair?
Yeah. No, that's, I think that's, an important aspect, right? Can I be wrong when it comes to you? Like, we always want to be like, hey, got the right ideas, got the right situation, said the right things, but a lot of times we don't. And is it possible, like, is it okay for, like, yeah, I got that wrong. I got it wrong. I'm not always right. And can I admit that? All right, number two, let's keep moving on here. Can I apologize when it comes to you? Right? Do I have the ability to say, you know what, I'm sorry? When it comes to you, I might can apologize to my mama, daddy, cousin, brother, co-worker. But when it comes to you, can I apologize? And I think that's something we have to, try to understand, particularly whenever we're talking about pride and when it comes to your significant other.
I think one of the most damaging things is when somebody causes an offense in a relationship and they move on without acknowledging the offense, because the other person still carries that the wound of that knife, and when you're unwilling to be like, I did that and I'm sorry for it, even if it's an offense, like a passive offense. Like, for example, if it's not you that did it, but you didn't protect your spouse from being wounded, then it's as if, like, why did I have to take that on my own? You weren't there. And they're still like, well, it wasn't me. No. There was an offense that you have to apologize for. So really being able to hear your partner, really being able to hear what they're saying and say, take responsibility. I think that's a big one. Yeah, for sure.
That's good. I love that. I think that's a powerful one. Let's keep moving if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay. So number 3, it's a little touchy one, but I think hopefully we can talk through it, right?
Okay.
All right. Can I keep my demons in check? Right. For all you people that may, feel kind of weird. What they mean, they got demons, but like, you know what? We all got these little kind of like these alter egos, right? Where, some of us just snap off on situations. And that's I'm calling that a demon, right? Where you got this temper. It's probably somebody pressed the wrong button, it come out. Or it could be just your mouth, man, you just mess around, just say some words that don't, like, whoa, you can string that together like that. Like, I'm just saying, but that's a little demon somebody could have, just like, can I keep that in check? Or just, what, no, that's just me. And you got to take all of this. Like, I don't know. Like, but to me, that's a pride thing. If you're gonna say that's just me, and you got to take the good and the bad, Do I have the ability to keep that thing in check when it comes to you?
I think what you just said is important because it is when you marry somebody and when you team up with somebody, you are taking on all of them. But it's with the understanding that both of you are looking to improve. You're both looking to be better. It can't just be, well, this is how I am. You knew what you got when you got me, and I'm just the way that I am, the end. It's like, no. We're getting together because two is better than one. We're getting together so that we can progress and move forward, that we are growing together. We're not just getting together, we're growing together. So I think that there's that it's important that we recognize the purpose of the relationship.
No, that's good. That's good. All right. So that was 3. Number four. Now I think this number 4, it really applies when you have 2 alpha people in a relationship, right?
Okay. You
have an alpha male and you got this woman that's like, you know what, she doing her thing. And this could be a big one for couples that have this. Can I let you take the lead when it comes to you, right? Are there times where, you know what, I'm okay with you taking the lead on something, or you know what, no, I got this. I don't care if I ain't never done it. I don't know how to do it. I got it. I ain't never, you know what? I ain't never paid no bills on time, but you know what? I got it anyway. Is that it? Can you let, what if you significant other, they in finance, they go through books and every day. And you want to take over that? I'm just saying, I'm just, putting out a different situation. People may, if you disagree, or, you may have a different opinion on some of these, let us know about it, but go ahead, what you got?
You said it.
Yeah. Oh, no, we can go to the next one?
Yeah, if you...
I don't know.
Can somebody take the lead? There's so many ways that can be interpreted. And I think, so I'm going to say, like, the quick one. You said finance. Like, hey, just because you're the man doesn't mean that you know. Or just because you're the woman doesn't mean that you're the best cook. Like, don't be offended if he does some things better than you. Don't be offended if she does some things better than you. And it goes back to the first thing you said about pride. Do you posture yourself and position yourself where I know these things, and some of that can be, wounds too. Yeah. Like, hey, I've had to do all these things. I got it.
Right.
And not trusting that you're not going to drop us. So I think there's a lot to that. Like I said, these could each be individual shows, but go ahead.
And I got a real practical example that, we kind of be going through. So we have a 7-year-old son, and I know you as a mother, you want to raise him like, you know what, I got him, my baby, this, that, and the other. And I said, Tristan, he getting to that age, it's daddy time. You know what I mean? Daddy time, like daddy got to do the correction. Daddy got to do to make sure he understand. It's just different. It's what he needs as a little boy coming into a young boy, ultimately into a young man. It's that transition is happening. It's not all the way there yet, but it's coming. Like you can see it.
We talked about that too. I said, hey, I need you to do that.
You're right.
Because there are some things that our son, even at his young age, I recognize that if he hears from you and hears the exact same thing from me, he'll respond different.
That's true.
And so I said that to you just yesterday, so I can agree with that.
But I know it's hard for mothers to let go.
Yeah,
it's hard.
It's my boy.
You know what I mean? As it should be, right? And it should be. So, but yeah, that's one thing. You know what? And she you kind of letting me take the lead. I say kind of because she ain't quite let it go all the way. No, don't do that to him. No, he need this. But let me do what I need to do. But like
this show's not about us. It's not about us.
It actually is because we get insight from my perspective. So it is about. I correct that it is about us.
Go.
He using us for this moment. Let's say here. All right, number five. All right, can you accept constructive feedback when it comes to you? Right. Can I take feedback, which is, that ain't always, hey, you know what? Yeah, you quite, your dishes cleaning ain't quite where it need to be. Your towel folding ain't quite, where, all you make is breakfast. Can you like help out with, maybe some lunch or something? I'm getting this all myself. I didn't got constructive feedback on. So I'm just saying, so I had to, it took me a minute to kind of like swallow some of it. Like, whoa. I was a little sensitive about it, so, but I think as we've grown, I've got a better appreciation for the feedback because, you're telling me from a place of like, hey, you want us to be a better unit and you want to push me to be better.
Yeah. I think it's important to be able to give and to receive, whatever the feedback is. I think sometimes we're able to give it and not able to receive it. And we look at when we are receiving it as like an attack. Like, well, I just won't do it then. Like if we say, oh man, could you put these dishes? Well, I'm just not gonna help. I thought I was helping. If I'm not, it's like, hold on. You've got to be able to partner and to hear, hey, it's more helpful if we do it this way, if we're trying to team up on this thing, right. Or you know what, and it goes back to what we say all the time about tone, timing, and delivery. So it can't be an attack, and you can't attack somebody and then throw in and this, like, that's not helpful either. So both sides there has to be this reciprocity, and there has to be a baseline of, hey, we're getting better together, and this is how we team up. Because sometimes it might be me talking to you about the dishes, and the next time I might be like, hey Tristan, why you always park like that, or why you don't do these other things. I can't think of any, but I'm sure you could think of like there are different things that we don't. Let me say it this way: sometimes we don't see ourselves as accurately as we need to for the relationship. We see ourselves as, hey, I'm helping, I'm doing this each day. Maybe it's not the best way. Maybe there's something that you're bringing to the table. Be like, why don't you try this? And it can't be like, I've been doing it this way. My mama did it like this. My daddy did it like this. This is how I do it. Like, hold on, we're trying to build something new. So just a thought.
No, that's good. That's good. All right, number 6, the last one. I think it's a big one. We all gotta, I think if you're in any kind of relationship, this is one you won't do just one time, right? You're gonna be able to continuously probably do it, which is kind of a tough pill to swallow. But can you forgive? Can I forgive when it comes to you? Because you're not perfect. You know what I mean? So there's gonna be some gaps, some things. You know what? You're gonna make me late for church, or bringing kids to games and stuff, and I gotta forgive for that. Even though it may be like, man, how come we can't get this? I mean, okay, this happened. I mean, just recently, anyway. But to be honest, but it's a real thing though. But like, you can hold that on, like, oh, see, they over here, making me this. They really don't care. And you may not say nothing, or they may say, I'm sorry. You may like, well, I ain't really forgetting about that. I'm going to hold on to that. Yeah. And but the idea of like, if you're living with someone, in relationship with someone, you're going to have to learn how to forgive them. You're going to have to learn how to forgive them. And those are minor things. I think as people are dealing with a lot more serious issues that they got to forgive on rather. But that's something I know we've learned and we've seen, and we've talked to people like, it don't stop. I don't care if you're married 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. Every level of couple we've talked, they like, we got to work through that.
Yeah, forgiveness it's really challenging to have just a mention, because there's so much to it. Because there's so many factors to how to forgive. I know forgiveness wasn't something that really came naturally to me, and it wasn't an intentional, like, I'm holding this thing, but it was, I became ultra sensitive to an offense. So if I were offended by something, what do I do now with that? Because now it's no longer just the offense, it's you. Wow, so you are the offense to me, not just the thing that you did. So now I'm very touchy when it comes to you, because I don't know, I can't separate the two, or at least I couldn't. And so it does take a lot of time to say, and honesty and transparency, to say, okay, I'm working through that. It might take a lot of conversation to work through, depending on what the offense is. Some of it is like, man, I just didn't care enough. Like I didn't put in enough effort. I didn't put enough energy to make sure that you weren't wounded by something that I did. And some of it is, man, that's a big ball dropped that we are going to have to work through. And I'm going to have to be patient with you as long as it's going to take you to forgive me. And there's going to have to be those dialogues back and forth. What do you need from me? And again, it depends on how great or how long the offense, and how deep the wound. So that's a big capacity question. It's like, can I forgive? Now, ultimately, if you're going to be in a relationship, then the answer has to be yes. I have to be willing to forgive. Really, yes to all of these. I have to be willing to say that I'm sorry. I have to be willing to forgive. I have to be able to work through these. I have to be able to receive constructive feedback. All of them I have to be willing to do, because ultimately the goal is growth.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. And just, the takeaway here, right, of everything, I think you definitely kind of sum that up in a very concise way. Is like we all deal with some level of pride. I think we have to just be aware of that. Somebody says, "Man, I ain't prideful. I'm not." The fact you say that lets you know you're prideful, right? Like, I'm like, hold on, because you say that with your, like, hold on, like, you ain't got like nothing, no area of pride. So I think we have to own that piece of it, right, as individuals. And if we can be self-aware of that, then we can maybe start dealing with these 6, right? Whether, can I be wrong? Can I apologize? Can I keep my demons in check? Can I let somebody else take the lead? Can I accept constructive feedback? Can I forgive? Right? And I think these are healthy discussions that couples can have. Kind of say, hold on, where do I fit in with any of these? None of us got them all perfect and correct. I don't. You don't. Y'all don't. We don't have it, right? We don't have everything figured out. So, but if we can kind of talk about it, right? I think we can have some opportunity to kind of grow, and then ultimately kind of really have our love and relationship grow as well.
I want to add this really quickly. It's also the why or why not you can't. Because you used the example before, like, I might be able to receive constructive criticism from my mom or my dad, but not my spouse. And it's like, wait, why do all of these or from your manager, you'll be willing to go into a meeting and say, like, hey, this is something we need to improve on. But when it's your spouse sitting and say, hey, this is something we need to improve on, then there's this explosion of emotion and you're not able to move forward. So then it becomes a question of, why can't I? If you can't. If you can, then you reinforce those. But if you can't, evaluating, what makes this so different? That I would put more energy into my workplace or more energy into the relationship with a sibling or a friend than I would in my marriage or my relationship. So just a final little thought there, but we appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure that you can connect with us on all of our social platforms and check out our website for more content and resources, fusemarriages.com. Let's talk about it.